Shalom, peace to you all. I hope that you're doing well today. Today is February the 14th, 2026. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, all those kind of things. And love and light to all of you who are upright. If you are a part of this platform, I appreciate you all so very much. And I lift you all up in prayer, and hopefully you all are doing the same for me as well. It is appreciated. If you are new, my name is Shannon. I'm glad to have you. Audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, my channel is very, very intense. I only ask at the hand of the Creator, the Most High God who gave us breath. And He will speak here. It's a different type of a platform. And I just try to reach people to open their eyes to the reality of the spirit realm and what happens to us when we leave this realm. And the Most High teaches us great truth on reaping and sowing, cause and effect, and karmic activity, and what comes around goes around, and all the rest, all that kind of stuff. And so anyway, I've just been real still before the Creator, Yehovah Elohim, all morning. And His presence is sweet. It is very sweet. It is very calming. And so hopefully those of you who are in rest are also feeling that as well. And anyway, welcome in. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm grateful for the rights that we have, that the Most High gives us free will to choose to live, and or He gives us the right to choose to die. He tells us the answer. These are two paths that you have, live or die. And He says, I tell you to live, but you can choose it. I choose to live and declare the works of the Most High God. He's precious to me. He's everything to me. And only He can comfort us by His Ruach, His Holy Spirit. So anyway, let's get started here. Most High, I just thank you for this day. It is a day that you have made. It is a special day. And I will rejoice and be glad in it. What do you want to bring out for the public, for collective groups of people? What's going on right now, Yehovah, that you want to speak of? The Queen of Pentacles. She's come out quite a bit this morning when I've sat here. It's coming out in the upright. Very nurturing individual. You could be dealing with your mother, a wife, or just some feminine energy. Is very nurturing, very upright, will be caring, giving, go slow, be steady, and very much a person of discernment in the upright. If you are dealing with somebody in the negative of that, the opposite side is greedy for gain, stubborn, jealous, hateful, and would not open up to anything. The Queen of Pentacles. There's knowledge about something or a new beginning here with the Fool. Show me more information out here. We have the Wheel. So there's a change, and the Wheel does go both directions. You do have something real quick coming in, real fast. This could be a fast talker for some of you all, and somebody's going to just sit here and be very, very patient. This is a very patient energy that we should be operating in. If she represents a wife, because she can, the ninth house goes back to the husband. So those of you who are married, there could be something changing for positive and or negative purposes here with the Wheel being here. This is what comes around goes around. There's timing to something going on. It is the pictograph of the arm of God, okay, which is the Yod, and it represents the closed hand, which represents God having us in the palm of His hand. And He said, nobody can snatch you out of my hand. This is about protection. Even if somebody has exaggerated nonsense out here, the wheel turns for us in a correction by the truth. Whether you're getting corrected or not, it's turning by the truth. And either you are protected or you're not. This is learning lessons. If you are going to learn lessons and it's going the opposite way, and you're going to stand in the truth, and you will be protected, because God says, I correct those who I love. And so if you're willing to take correction, which we're supposed to, then you know God loves you and I. And if somebody's going to act like this in some stupidness, it ain't going to go well for somebody. Some people are in rebellion. So let's see, the letter Y is out here, or maybe the letter J could be out here, because the Y has been converted to a J. So what else is out here? Why is the Wheel out here? There could be travel. There was a lot of stuff about the car lot and travel and stuff like that, and somebody trying to go somewhere yesterday when we were reading. Show me more information, Most High God. The Towers crossing this Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So, this is dangerous if it's not in the upright. Somebody's like trying to, they're either going to get a tower when that wheel turns, or somebody's trying to rebuild something here. The wheel going around and the tower coming down could be very dangerous for some people. It's also showing a car wreck, which was being showed yesterday when we were reading. Somebody knows maybe about messages. If this is good news, then something's positive out here. On the tower, on your electronics. If this is somebody's husband that somebody's talking to, then somebody knows about some type of communication on the tower. And that also was being shown yesterday as well. Why is the tower here? This is the eyewitness. So you got I know is the motto, and I perceive. And somebody knows and perceives something that's going on, the world card. And if you had a question, there's a yes out here. The word yes in the Hebraic language, and the wheel is a yes card, and the pictograph says yes, something does exist. So something is existing that is going on out here. And if there's two of something, then there's two of something involved in a matter, or two people know something out here. The pentacle, the contract, a new beginning, something physical, a conception, a baby, something like that. There's something around a fire protection. Then we've got an all-consuming fire that can go to here. You see it happening here, okay? And this is about a protection. And so if there's arsony something, then there's fortune around here, around somebody's case. Something's ending, though, and something does exist that is going on, and something very physical is around this. And this hand is coming from the Most High. That's in the upright, something positive for people of God, okay? Show me more information out here. Okay, well, that does want to be seen. So you got an idiot out here around something for some of y'all's cases. Real quick, hasty, dangerous card to look at, like I always say, because somebody is in their emotions down here, don't want to look at the hand of God saying, here, take this anyway. I got something really great for you. And somebody just sitting here rejecting the Most High God's very, very dangerous. That's rebellion then. If somebody's contemplated something, somebody can get stopped in their tracks. Sometimes I look at this card as somebody just, something stopping right here, right now. God's hand's over something. The tower's halfway here and something's going to take place. It's up to you and I all day long, whether it goes in a positive or negative direction. And somebody's contemplating something, or they're mad because of a rejection, then you ain't seen nobody get upset like God. You rejecting him because somebody's rejecting the Most High God. So you're going to reap what you sow in something. Okay, whatever that is for you. God says that hastiness is a sin. We're supposed to be patient, and that's what the will is about, being balanced, being patient. And if somebody has been rejected, the way that this is laying on the table, somebody's rejecting something, they're getting up anyway really quick to go do something. They're running right into the will here, which is the arm of God that's going to punch a fool out in some matter out here. Something does exist on something going on that's been secretive out here. Somebody could be crying, and they're with their hand out in some matter out here. Somebody last night in one of the readings was begging, and somebody wasn't going to do something, and that would be either for positive or negative purposes why somebody wouldn't do something. If somebody's undeserving of something, I don't care how much somebody begs. If they're trying to beg for their own selfish pleasure, somebody that is not going to open up to somebody that just wants their own selfish pleasure is doing the right thing by rejecting. Because what you're seeing is somebody's true heart coming out of a nonsense. It's actually sitting like this. So again, if somebody's sitting here contemplating now because somebody got rejected, they're all off doing their own thing out here. They're messing with something where God's showing his own hand out here, involved in something around a person or people or something like that is out here. There's secrets out here. And underneath that are choices being made that have a consequence, especially with the arm being out here. Big consequence on something. Better stay inside the house. Vomit. Sick energy out here. For some of y'all, there's pregnancy attached to some stuff, or again, because God pre-told that. Somebody's doing something, they were going to get pregnant, and somebody's husband's out here attached to something. Okay, the Most High says he's going to get the last say of something. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I don't know who people think they are, but you and I don't get to make the choices. God gives us a choice to make choices, but if they don't line up to him and you've got his people involved in things, he's going to step in a very sovereign way and do something out here for protection on something, whatever that means for you in your situation. If somebody don't make the right choice, God's going to intervene out here. Okay? God's going to get the last step of something, not some idiot. Somebody's just sick. Okay? Your in-laws are out here, folks, involved in some stuff. Show me more information. Shelter issues. Yeah, if somebody is trying to touch the people of God. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And so this is the letter Beit, which is the house of Jacob, which we are the people of the Most High God. And God says, you don't touch my people. Care who you are, what your title is. Any of you who belong to the Most High God and you're in his hand and he's written our name on his hand. I don't care what somebody tries to do. Somebody trying to get somebody thrown out of something. The Most High says, my people are confident and they shall have a place of refuge. People are being crazy out here in the earth realm doing stupid stuff because they're trying to get away with crime for the most part. Or they don't want some secret out that's taking place with the matter. They're sick. They're real sick. They need God. There's thievery out here. Somebody's going to get caught for it. Excrement issue. Okay, well, somebody's sick out here. So you got vomiting and diarrhea going on. I guess you do. And your family's out here wants healing. Okay, so either it's your in-law wants healing or they've done something. They've messed with your family in some matter as well. There's an excrement issue. Somebody may live down dirt road or there's traveling out here around the wheel coming out. God's saying he's going to get the last say. Some thief is going to be caught. We did see the thief last night when we read that little swindler was there. They're going to get caught. Something does exist that's going on. Most is going to give somebody a tower and the wheel's going to go around and he's going to scatter some idiots that are trying to touch you and I who belong to the Most High God. What's in the hidden space? You hold up who people think they are. So again, that's it. The acceleration came out in the reverse. It fell out on this, like somebody's going to be stopped in their tracks. Somebody's trying to do something real fast, but they're going to be stopped in their tracks. In a moment in the reverse. It's going to change. Whatever somebody thinks that they're trying to do, it's going to change for you. Dumb. There's the flattery and the stuff that somebody is trying to do out here secretly around somebody who sits in a place that I guess has some type of an authority that they can change something. But look, you take this flattery, folks, you're breaking the commandment of God. But those who know Yehovah, the Most High God, will do exploits, is what the scripture says. That's around the flattery nonsense. Somebody's trying to get somebody to look at the possibilities because somebody is trying to running. Okay, they're going to get stopped in their tracks. The possibilities, it came out in the reverse because there is no possibilities out here with somebody trying to thief something, folks. There's just not. And an epiphany. Somebody's going to have an awakening here on something because somebody's got the aha, oh my gosh, with this tower and perception and knowledge. Okay. And something does exist, the gifts card. It's right here, gifts. Somebody trying to, probably a bunch of jewelry is also around some stuff. I think it was the Pisces reading. All the jewelry kept coming out in every card deck that I was using. So if somebody don't have the money, they're probably trying to use jewelry or something of value to get something done. They've thieved something out here, or they're using those thieved gifts to try to bribe for something so that they can get on down the road because somebody's running from something out here, folks. God's going to tell your nonsense all day long. So faith in the reverse. Okay, well, fell on the little flattery. Somebody don't give a rip about God. I guess you don't. That's your prerogative. I don't give a rip about you either. You're our enemy. Let's say get it right up in your face. People are going to put their fist up to God like God said that they would, and you ain't going to get too far with that. Somebody had no value yesterday when we were reading. So the pursuit, yes, there is a pursuit out here going on some thievery. And there's a bad issue, but God brought this card out yesterday. They're going to get stopped in their tracks. You go ahead. There's chasing and hunting down out here. God's going to hunt you down. God said you hunt my people because God's people are out here. He said, then you will be given as a prey and be hunted. He says, you consume my people in any way, shape, or form, I will consume you. You'll be eaten alive. If those of you have not seen the video that I did, it's probably been a couple of years ago. It's down below. It's called Eaten Alive. And all that God says takes place when we don't walk upright in this earth towards God first and towards each other. You will be eaten alive. The scripture is full of it, about being eaten, literally, spiritually, emotionally, cannibalized as well, in a very natural way. It's here. And we're in the end time, and we're in a century like never before, where knowledge is just running to and fro, and we ain't in horse and buggies anymore. And we can see the hour that we live in right here, right now, in the present time, with all the knowledge that's everywhere. It's a very critical time when people figure out what you're going to do, because you will be eaten alive. You should go watch that video down below. If that don't scare you for righteous purposes, to know that that demonic realm is real, and demons would be hungry, and they would ever be wanting to eat, but could never be filled, and people are just being infiltrated with these demons and stuff. And the devil, it says that he seeks whom he may devour, is the wording. Can he devour you? Can he devour your mind, make you go crazy, your emotions, getting lost in your emotions? There's real cannibals out there, because I lived in a place where cannibalism was going on. The police did nothing about it. I've got recorded live evidence about stuff. I laid on my bed for 2 years and cried, and God said, let me show you something, baby girl, that's been recorded. It was playing out right before my eyes, and I'd read things in that word and never seen it like I seen it when I was living right through it. So don't think that people aren't out there putting people in cauldrons and stuff, because you deal with people who really are crazy, and it's a consumption that's over the whole world, God says. So go ahead and run. Go ahead and play your games with people. Go ahead and put your hands on people's things that don't belong. God said he would frame evil around people that wouldn't leave their evil way. You ain't seen no evilness until you've been chopped up, put in a cauldron, and screaming out. And God say, I'm sorry, you weren't wise. Because wisdom says that she puts her hand out to people all day long and say, hey, be upright, and all this stuff. And there comes a time that the wisdom will withdraw her hand from you, and a whirlwind and desolation comes, and it says that you'll be crying out, but she'll laugh and mock at you, because you didn't want none of her ways when you had a chance to. So go ahead and take the bribes, folks. Go ahead. It's dangerous. It's scary to me, but I already know that realm exists. I've seen it. If you got spiritual eyes, you understand. You understand the fear of God is the beginning of our wisdom. His ways are not our ways, folks. And there is a real source of life. And he's the one that makes the laws. America don't really write the laws. God's laws are going to punch down every law that don't line up with the eternal law. People better really step back and think about what you think you are doing, because you will be consumed. Whatever this is for you. So to be illuminated, yes, people better get an epiphany. It's the truth. It's the truth. So a finality is here. So some type of a breakup, a divorce. So somebody has been rejected in something. I guess that's what it's showing. Send you love and light, those of you dealing with it, because somebody's ex did come out yesterday as well. Talent. What are you doing with your talent? God gives everybody a talent. And some get 10 talents, some give 5 talents, some get 1 talent, but the master's the one that gives those talents out. What you and I do with those talents, we will be held accountable for. And so what if you took 1 talent and you decide, well, I know God's going to come back and he's wanting something off of this, and you just go dig a pit and put it in the ground, you never do anything with that talent, it's going to be taken away from you when he comes back. For that talent, you should have gotten some interest to also give to the Father, or not. What are you doing with the talent that God's placed in you? Some people want to use other people's talent, call it theirs, and you could never be somebody else. You'll be held accountable for it. It's interesting. This jumped out because I was just reading about that this morning. But there is talent out here around some stuff. Your in-laws are out here. They're out here twice. Spirit of control. So the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is the Jezebel spirit. Control freak. I'll tell you what you'll do, and you'll sit down and you'll do what I say. No, I don't think so, Jezzy. I don't think so. The dogs are after you. There's adultery and fornication out here when Jezebel comes. Jezebel wants your property. And she's going to be caught, and the dogs are going to lick her blood up. She will be consumed at the end of a matter out here. Whoever's a control freak out here. You don't run the show. Yehovah Elohim runs the show all over the universe. In every city, every town, every county, every state, every nation. It says that a false balance is an abomination to Yehovah, but a just weight is his delight. Okay? So all the scales are in his hands. The love of money, the love of it, is the root of all evil. Somebody's a thief out here. They're moved by money and giving gifts and taking people's talents and trying to and doing some stupidness with it. There's an evil person out here. The love of money is the root of all evil, and some have coveted after it and have erred from the faith and have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. I wonder why people are sitting out here crying. Because you did it to yourself. You loved money instead of God, who's the one that he says all the silver and gold belongs to him. He's going to come back and he's going to gather up all his little treasures. And those who talk about him often, he said our names are written in a book and he's going to remember us. Some people's got their name blotted out of that book, unfortunately. Scary to me. Jehovah's sweet and kind and gentle, and I would hate to fall in his hand of judgment on that day that so many people have just forfeited this life to be some kookin just because they think money is everything, and it's just temporal. It's just temporal. It's just temporal. God said he'd bring us in a wealthy place. True riches are within. He said come and buy and eat without money to us because he's our supply. But he says he also gives it to us, but he tells us what to do with it as well. If he can get it to us and through us, you're blessed. Two came out. So somebody's in secret. Well, anyway, this is the witchcraft rune, because stubbornness is a sin of witchcraft, and that's what Jezebel goes to. Okay, greedy for gain and everything else. Somebody just does magic spells on people, and they just think they can just be so charming with all these little gifts, and they're just going right down to the pit of hell. They ain't protected in nothing out here. The CH, the Q, or your X is out here, or something with your in-laws are out here. And then the looting rune. Somebody's a thief and they're getting caught. And they're going to have to get some counsel because you're going to go to jail. There will be court cases for some of you all, and God said yesterday he was going to give justice, okay, in a matter. So the letter A, and it looks like an F. The letter Y, the J, the SH, the A is here as well, the CH, the Q, and your X, or an X. X also go back to a rebellion energy as well. This is what come out, folks. I just wanted to hop in. I didn't plan on getting on, but the Most High told me to get on, so I did. And in obedience to him, I just hopped up in here to say, hey, I send you love and light, and to encourage you in the faith, that we walk by faith and not by sight. And that God's got great things in store for you and I that are walking in his faith and loving on him. We're going to see wicked people begin to be removed. There's great separations going on, folks. There really, really is. I really hope that I can just touch one person today to get you to turn straight in your tracks. To turn, because God wants to love on you just as much as he wants to love on me. He's no respecter of person. He's looking for people who will do his will. And he gives you something to do in this earth. Don't go bury it. Go multiply it, because you and I will be held accountable to that when he comes back and says, what happened to that talent that I gave you? God's a businessman. His spirit is he does business, and we do business for the king. And we do it in righteousness. As in the heavens, so it is in the earth. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles is out here. She represents a business energy as well, but in the reverse, she's stubborn for gain of her own stuff out here as a Jezebel. And again, this person would put all that money and put it in the ground and miss out. That's why they're pierced through with many sorrows. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. All right, I send you all love and light. Please pray for me. I pray for you. Until next time, shalom.